We want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rikakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well. Salutations to all the Akim out here pushing this word with sincerity and truth. Speckled birds, women, and children that's listening and learning. We want to say Shalom. I want to say Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai, the Wadi Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, coming at you again today with another lesson. My name is Shapar Yaram, man, and we're going to get right into it. We're going to get, so this lesson is going to be based off Acts 14, Acts, I think it's, I'm sorry, Shalak. Yeah, Acts 4:13. Acts 4, the 13, right? We're gonna read through 22. So this passage, or this part in which Acts chapter 4 and 13 through 22, it says, within this, the enemies of the Lord can deny the work that He has put upon us, right? The enemies within this context was referring unto the rulers and the authorities of Israel in that time, right? The point is that they can't deny what Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai has put the words to miracles they can deny, and they tried to stop the name from spreading by threatening Peter and John, but yet Peter and John they listen to the Most High, man, rather than me. You know what I'm saying? We know Acts chapter 3, Peter healed the lame man through the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. After that, Peter declared how there is no other name given among men whereby we must be saved. Because that lame man was healed through who? Yahweh Shai, man, through the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Peter didn't do it by his own power. He said himself he did it by the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And there's no other name under heaven is given to men where you may be saved. That's the name that we see. This is the name that we receive salvation by, man. So this Acts 4 and verse 13. It says, it says, now when they saw the boldness of Peter and John, seeing their unlearned, ignorant men, they marveled, and they took knowledge of it after they'd been through Yahweh Shai. So they thought that Peter and John were unlearned men, unlearned, ignorant men, but they still marveled about the boldness that was coming in. It says, and they took knowledge of them that they had been with Yahweh Shai. They could already tell that the Peter and John was with Yahweh Shai, man. So Peter and John didn't need the approval of what those men did, the rulers of Israel. The rulers and authorities of Israel, right? Matthew 11 and 25. It says, at that time Yahweh Shai answered and said, I think thee, O Father, would have heaven and earth, as thou hast said these things from the wise and prudent, and revealed them unto babes, right? So the Lord, so basically the point is that the Lord is going to reveal it unto He's not going to reveal it unto the smartest guy or to the standards of this world, right? No, it says, as revealed them unto babes. So the low and the meek, right? The low was of Israel, the Lord has revealed His word unto. He gave His power to speak the word, to be able to confound the wise. In this case, where the wise and prudent would be the rulers and authorities of Israel. The example is we just read. The scribes, the high priest, so on and so forth, that was against Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and against the apostles. Even though they were super wise in the law, and they had the phylacteries and all this, where it says, because thou hast said these things from the wise and prudent, I have revealed them unto babes. So the Lord has revealed the word, which knowledge, wisdom, and understanding unto the what? Low and the meek. So the lowest of the nation of Israel, the Lord has revealed these things unto and raised them up to preach the word, His word. You know what I'm saying? 1 Corinthians 1:27. 1:27. But the Most High shows the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. The Most High chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things that which are like them. So we are looked at as weak things, man. We're not these high people in these high places and with all these degrees and money and all this other shit that they got going on, certifications and all that. You know what I'm saying? The world deems as somebody being smart at the highest standard of this world. You know what I'm saying? Master's degree, PhD. You know what I'm saying? Even though some brothers may have that. But we don't use that to exalt ourselves, man. Because we know that Yahweh Shema Shai looks at those things as foolishness, right? As nothing. And they are nothing. You know what I'm saying? Master's degree, PhD degree, or whatever degree you get, right? Are the standards of this world, right? No, it says, I'm going to read it once again. 1 Corinthians 1:27. But the Most High has chosen foolish things of the world to confound the wise. Yeah, so the ones who tend to go to college, and you got many brothers might have dropped out who don't have a degree. They don't have this high position within their job or whatever. No, but guess what? We still able to teach the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And to confound the wise, because the people who went to these seminary schools, these colleges and things, obtaining these high degrees and certifications and things like that, that the world deems as which is the standard of this world. No, the lowest are able to confound that has these high degrees, man, and certifications going down the list, right? So it says, and the Most High which chose the weak things of the world to confound the weak things which are mighty. So we have a direct example of Peter and John, the rulers and authorities of Israel, looked at them as if they was unlearned, ignorant men. But they still were confounded by Peter and John. As what? They was taught by Yahweh Shema Shai, and it came in the name of Yahweh Shema Shai. So they taught the word of Yahweh Shema Shai exactly how they were supposed to, and they couldn't do anything about it. So it proves that our conditions don't determine whether or not a man has the truth. He said Yahweh Shema Shai determines if a man has the truth, and he doesn't need a worldly certification. You know what I'm saying? Or credentials from this fucking devil. You know what I'm saying? To have this truth. We just read it. The Lord has chosen the foolish things of the world, right? And chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things that which are mighty. You know what I'm saying? This is Acts chapter 4 and 14. And behold, unto the man which was healed standing with him, they could say nothing against it. Verse 15, but when they had commanded them to go aside, the council they preferred among themselves, saying, what shall we do to these men? For that indeed notable a miracle have been done by them that's manifest to all them that dwell in Jerusalem. We cannot not deny it. So they want this event of a miracle to start spreading amongst the people. And the way they want to do that is to threaten Peter and John not to teach in the name anymore. So showing them the importance of the name of Yahweh Shema Shai. You got some guys that say the name don't matter, man. Or you can call him by any name. But we just read. It said, let us straightly threaten. And they speak that henceforth no man in this name. And they can see the power in this name. So it shows you how important the name of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is. That's why Esau, this devil, man, pays a lot of these Israelite leaders, man, that sold out. You know what I'm saying? That's why they see them not teaching the name IUIC and Christ bless and all this other stuff, man. This is why this devil go into a deep search and deep things to stop trying to have this name stop being pushed. And then you got a lot of men say that this name don't matter. All right, this Acts 4 and 19. Peter and John answered and said unto them, whether it be right in the sight of the Most High, then hear unto you the Lord, then unto the Most High, judge ye. But we cannot speak. It said, but we cannot but speak the things which we have seen and heard. So Peter and John didn't go back and forth emotionally with, no, they set it straight. They laid it straight and said, whether it be right in the sight of the Most High, hear unto you more, than unto the Most High. Judge ye, for we cannot speak the things which we have seen and heard. So they already put the order, which would speak the things that the Lord had told them to speak, and to do the things that the Lord told them to do. You know, Matthew chapter 10, when Yahushua commanded the disciples, there was a disciple this time. It was like 12 disciples that go throughout and speak unto the lost sheep of Israel, right? And to heal the sick, heal the lame, and to preach the kingdom of heaven that's at hand. So Peter and John are still doing that, hearkening unto the Yahweh Shema Shah. It's Acts chapter 5 and 29. That said, Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey the Most High rather than men. So that's putting it straight right there. Peter said, and the apostles answered and said, and Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey the Most High rather than men. So whenever the enemies of the Lord, such as the rulers and authorities of Israel, right, came up against the apostles, they weren't swayed by the threats and the certain things that those guys were saying. No, the apostles wasn't swayed by that. So when we see today the wicked of our people coming against us, the 2/3 of the nation Israel, we also are not swayed by that. Why? Because we have the same mindset. We must obey the Most High rather than man. So we're doing what Yahweh Shema Shah has told us, and we put that above anything. You know what I'm saying? What any man has to tell us. That's what a true man of Yahweh Shema Shah does. You know what I'm saying? So we ought to obey the Most High rather than men. So we obey Yahweh Shema Shah over everything. This Acts chapter 4 and 21. When they are further, so this Acts chapter 4 and 21. So when they are further threatening, they let them go, finding nothing, how they might punish them because of the people. For all men glorify the Most High. As the scriptures say, resist the devil and he shall flee. So Peter and John resisted. How Yahweh shall resist the devil? He did it by bringing out the scriptures. When Satan tried to tempt Yahweh Shai, or Yahweh Shai, within that event, he started bringing out scriptures to tempt Yahweh Shai to do the things that he had to do, man. Right? But yeah, Yahweh Shai said that we should not tempt the Most High. And going down the list of where Yahweh Shai used the word of the Lord to cut Satan. So right, Peter and John resisted the rulers and authorities by bringing the will of Yahweh Shema Shai into the picture. So they were let go. As it says, find nothing how they might punish them because of the people. Because of the people, for all men glorify the Most High without that which was done. So it says, for the man was above 40 years old, who this miracle of healing was showed. So we had 3 points of recap. The religion and authorities of Israel viewed Peter and John as unlearned. As we just read, they can deny the miracle that had already taken place. And as we just read, Peter and John chose the Most High rather than listening to men. So we are to follow that same spirit. You know what I'm saying? Even though the rulers threatened Peter and John, they kept going. They kept doing the will of Yahweh Shema Shah as they was commanded, man. They didn't have fear, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah, we must do the same thing, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have that faith and listen to Yahweh Shema Shah. Walk in that faith, have no fear of no man. He said, well, I fear a man that can kill the body, but he can't kill the soul. We know the Most High, he can kill the body and the soul. So who ought you fear? Man or the Lord? Because the Lord got the power not to bring you back at all. But that's why we fear the Lord and we do the work of the Lord. Because we know he has the ultimate power and the ultimate judgment in this time that we come in. And with that, we're going to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash, and Abba Babal. Shalom.